The Dice Odyssey! Hey there folks, welcome back to the Dice Odyssey. I'm Kaz. Now today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video than normal. Normally we review games, we do channel updates, unboxings, things like that, but today we're actually reviewing for you future Eric Langs, Christian Petersons, Alan Moon's, pick your designers. We're actually reviewing a game designer kit box here. This sucker comes chock full of all sorts of gaming goodness that gets you an idea to knowing what kind of game you might want to produce. It basically throws things at you. For example, it shows you really nice dice, how you might want to, set your dice up, different kinds of meeples. It shows you, they've even got a metal coin in here. So right now, what we're going to do is get you over to the table, show you exactly what's in the box, and just kind of give you an overview of it. First off, I had to put together this little model here. It's a little cardboard standee. It was kind of cool to be able to do that. It kind of gives you an idea of, what you're going to get in the pack itself in different ways. Like, for example, see this right here? Cardboard standee, a la similar to, Dead of Winter or something along those lines. But the cool thing is, it also gives you the miniature for that exact same thing. That's pretty cool. Now, if you look, you also got these pandemic style cubes. All right. You got all these little tokens of different types. You've got the meeples, like I was saying earlier. And they're all pretty much the same, just different colors, right? And then you've got this counter, which again, you put this together, and it's got the little plastic brads there that you stick together. And it shows a counter counting down before this bomb goes boom, right? So they got that. I really like the cardstock here. Look, it even gives you the kind it is. Gives you some enough to shuffle. You got the small cardstock, and again, just to give you an example, it tells you different things on here, different tips and tricks for what you might want to add into your game, okay? And it's got a lot of really cool ideas on here, actually, so that's something to think about. And probably my favorite is this, linen ivory core. Come on now. Who doesn't like those linen finish cards? As you can see, these are really cool to actually shuffle and touch specifically. There's your metal coin. WinGo Games. Now, really, this is probably my favorite part besides the metal coin. These dice. They add a lot of little extras on there, kind of give you an idea of what you can do with them and so on and so forth. But maybe the best part about all of this, because, before I get to that, the board here, it gives you an idea. Map for area control game. Worker placement. It tells you places you can hold resources, graphical holders, places you can hold cards, so on and so forth, right? That's pretty cool that they do that. Now, my favorite part, I think, has to be the designer's guide itself. And, this thing is going to go through every little in and out that you could probably think of. See, look, general requirements of artwork file, lid and bottom box, tuck boxes. The box I had was already completely put together, but it just gives you an idea of how to put boxes together, how they might look. Game boards. Primary component of the game, be half folded, so on and so forth. It gives you all this information on game boards, different things for playing cards. I'm going to probably be skipping a little bit of it, but for example, plastic miniatures. It gives you pictures on what they did to actually make plastic miniatures in their factory, right? I think that's amazing. I love that. And all right, anyway, let's go ahead and get back to my final thoughts, okay? So what did I think of the designer kit? I really liked it. I'm not in the mode of trying to design a game myself right now. Sure, my co-host and I have discussed it, right? But we're not actively pursuing it at this moment. We're just kind of like in the idea phase. But for someone who's probably going to be designing a game, this I think will come in very handy for you. I mean, if you've never done it, right, or maybe even if you have, I think that'd be cool because this might throw some new ideas at you for games that you're going to design. Also, the quality factor. Like, for example, these dice are just such high quality. I love them. The fact that they included a metal coin to say, hey, if you want to include metal coins in your game. I also like the idea that they gave you a ton. I almost didn't open up these cards, but they gave you a ton of different styles of card stocks, and the cool thing is, and like for example, like let's say I open up these. No, it wasn't this one. I'm sorry. It's this card stock, for example. Once you start opening this up, it starts giving you ideas on each card of different style of artworks you might put, not necessarily putting artwork on it, but just saying, here's the issues you might run into. You might want to put the artwork over here. You might want to put the text this size, different things. They give you understanding of how hard it is really to design a game. I like the fact that it showed me just how difficult it is and how much work truly goes into designing a game. I mean, honestly, none of us, unless we have done it, truly understand it. We can talk about all day long about how horrible something might be in a game, or how we wish they could have done this better or whatever. And some of those complaints are legitimate, right? Some of those critiques are legitimate. But we also don't understand from a designer's point of view fully what they go through in designing the game. So to me, this is actually a really cool kit, not only for designers even, but for board gamers who may not understand it, want to learn more about it, right? I really love the I'm trying to call it a rule book because I'm used to, reviewing games. I really love the book here, the designer's guide, that gives you ideas and what you need to do in terms of legalities, what it takes to produce a miniature. They include pictures and everything else. These guys, the WinGo Games, I really think this is like a indispensable tool for designers, newer designers especially. I really like the idea that they give you the box and they say, hey, on here it's necessary for gamers to know what they're getting by buying this game. Contents of the game have to be clear and attractive. They say that right there on the back of the box, and they kind of give you an idea of, hey, where logos might go on the box, because, hey, gamers want to know what they're getting when they're buying the box, right? Sometimes you do judge a book by its cover, and in this case, you judge a game by its cover. And so, I love the idea that every aspect of this designer's kit was used to help somebody design a game. I love it. I think it's great. I think designers in general should check this thing out. I also love the fact that they have the board here and they show you what a worker placement game might look like, or even an area control game on one side. And I like the fact they include meeples. I mean, like I said, this box is chock full of different things that you can do. And I'm going to say this, I'm a huge fan of linen ivory core style cards in certain games. I think Libertalia has them. I've always enjoyed that. And I like the fact that they give you different card stocks, like I was saying before, so you can actually feel them, shuffle them, know what you're getting when you get them, and seeing what feels best and what it takes to make them, like the foil embossing and all sorts of different things, the laser cutting. So yeah, this I'm trying to say game again. This designer's kit is awesome. If you're a designer, check it out. WinGo Games has got something special for y'all. But anyway, thank you so much to WinGo Games for giving me this designer kit to be able to show y'all and review, and I really appreciate that, and we thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the content that we put out. We put out pretty regularly within a given month. So anyway, we thank you so much for coming in. You have a blessed day, and game away.